I can't believe I'm doing this, but you got a deal.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Sweet.
The glitz, the glamour, and the occasional scandal. Welcome to the world of Pawn Stars. From rare artifacts to quirky collectibles, the show has captivated audiences with its unpredictable items and fascinating stories.
They look right. It's the right color.
But as we delve deeper into the world of pawn shops, we uncover a few skeletons in the closet. Join us as we explore the purchases that could have landed Pawn Stars into trouble.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Deal.
Here we go. One more. One more time.
Number 1. The Gold and Silver Pawn Shop was no stranger to rare and unique items, but when a woman walked in with a gun desk, even Rick was taken aback.
It's a desk, but it's not really a desk. It's actually a gun.
He couldn't help but be amazed by the craftsmanship of the desk and the ingenuity of the design. However, as much as he was intrigued by the desk, Rick knew he had to be cautious.
It's something straight out of a James Bond movie.
There were strict laws in place that prohibited him from buying any firearms made after 1898 without proper documentation.
That makes it an antique firearm that doesn't have to be registered with the ATF or anything else like that.
Even after consulting with a specialist, they couldn't definitively determine the date of the gun desk's manufacturer. With a heavy heart, Rick had to pass on the purchase.
Until I know for sure it was made in 1898 or before, I can't legally buy it.
As much as he wanted to add the gun desk to his collection, he knew that the potential legal consequences were just too great. It was a tough decision, but it was the right one.
Deactivate it and bring it back, because I would love to have it.
Number 2. In Season 7 of Pawn Stars, an object was brought into the shop that could have landed them in serious trouble.
I have this guitar here, and
The item looked like a round wooden guitar with decorative trim, was brought in by a seller named John, who admitted he wasn't sure if he could legally sell it.
I wasn't sure whether or not I could legally sell it.
Upon closer inspection, Rick Harrison discovered the object was made from a tortoise shell, a material that's probably restricted by laws and regulations.
It's a tortoise shell. Okay.
Faced with the potential of breaking the law, Rick consulted with experts and carefully considered his options. In the end, he decided not to purchase the item, a smart move that could have saved the shop from serious legal repercussions.
But some tortoises became endangered. So in the early 70s, the trade in tortoiseshell was banned.
This heart-stopping moment in Pawn Stars highlights the risks and consequences that come with every purchase and serves as a reminder that pawn shops operate under strict legal restrictions.
They're going to fine you $10,000 and tell you ignorance is no excuse for the law.
Number 3. In the world of Pawn Stars, you never know what kind of treasure will walk through the door. In this particular episode, a buyer walked in with a 1950s spy camera
I brought in a 1950s German spy camera.
that had been passed down through generations of family members with a military background.
It was actually given to me from my mom, given to her from her father, who was in the military in Germany in the 1950s.
The camera had an air of mystery and intrigue about it, thanks in part to its association with James Bond and the spy craze of the 1960s.
Ever since the James Bond movies came out in the 1960s, people have just had a fascination with spies.
However, the story took a turn when the camera was examined more closely.
You have Bill McCord's name and social security number carved on it.
It was quickly discovered that spy cameras are not available for sale to the public,
Somebody engraved something in there right there and removed it.
and the fact that it had someone else's name and security number carved on it was a major red flag.
Those are the 3 biggest red flags I can put into my computer system that there possibly is.
The Pawn Stars team knew they had to tread carefully to avoid any legal troubles that could arise from the purchase of such a questionable item.
It makes it completely illegal for
Number 4. Pawn Stars, the popular reality TV show, found themselves in a sticky situation when a certain 1973 Penn State Orange Bowl championship ring made its way to their pawn shop.
Penn State University 1973 Orange Bowl ring.
The ring, according to the seller, belonged to Jeff Clark, a Penn State linebacker, or so the seller claimed. The seller was looking for a quick payday and was willing to part with the ring for a measly $1,500.
looking to get out of it.
I'd like to get $1,500.
However, the seasoned Pawn Stars team smelled trouble from a mile away. Upon closer inspection, they noticed that the ring had been tampered with.
What's that?
Engraving's been removed on it.
The intricate engravings on the ring, which would have proved its authenticity, had been suspiciously removed. This sent off alarm bells in their heads as they knew that buying an altered championship ring was a surefire way to land themselves in deep trouble.
But it's illegal for me to buy or sell anything when any identifying mark has been removed on an item.
Being the responsible people they are, the Pawn Stars team decided to refuse the offer and avoid the potential legal repercussions that could come with buying and selling a fraudulent item. It was a tough decision, but one they knew was the right one in the long run.
I'd be more than happy to buy it off you for $1,500. Problem is, it's like buying a car without a VIN number.
Number 5. The shekel of Tyre, a rare and valuable item, was a hot topic at the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. In a Season 6 episode, a customer sauntered in and presented the item to Rick.
It's a shekel of Tyre, like from the Bible.
The negotiations were intense, but Rick eventually bought the item for $1,600, much to the excitement of everyone in the shop. However, just a few days later, disaster struck. The shop received a report that the coin had been stolen, leaving everyone in a state of shock and anger.
The shekel that you recently brought in, there's a chance it might be stolen. They want to put it on hold.
The old man, Corey, and Chumley were livid at the thought of someone daring to steal such a valuable artifact. But just when things seemed to be at their worst, a glimmer of hope appeared.
It's ours. They released it this morning.
It was discovered that the owner had already collected the insurance money, meaning the coin could be kept by the shop. Relief washed over everyone, but it didn't completely erase the tensions that had arisen. Finally, the shekel of Tyre returned from grading and was found to be an authentic and rare coin.
So it's not stolen. Dodged the bullet there.
But despite this triumph, Rick still faced criticism from his family and Chumley.
Don't do the end zone dance yet. We don't even know if the damn thing's real.
Despite the glitz and glamour of the pawn shop world, the consequences of purchasing questionable items are not to be taken lightly. The Pawn Stars team has shown that they are willing to pass on potentially problematic purchases in order to protect themselves and their business.